Hello, this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, and we are having powered up conversations in senior living. And today I am super excited to welcome Chris Hines because we met on the Bridge the Gap podcast. We're ambassadors. If you don't follow Bridge the Gap, get on that. There's some great conversations happening there. But in this episode, what I would love to do is tell you a little bit more about Chris. He's so cool. He even has his own hashtag. So, Chris, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell everyone who you are with and what you are seeing in senior living that maybe led to this hashtag.
Sure. Thanks so much, Kathy. With my background, I'm a recruiter. I lead and run a recruiting team that has a variety of different industries. But my specific team focuses on senior living leadership from the community and corporate leadership across the country. So we help companies identify, qualify, and deliver the best talent to fill those leadership roles. Over the last several years, we've seen so much shift within the senior living industry, particularly during the pandemic. And the thing that really bothered me was how senior living was really all lumped together into the old school mentality of the nursing homes and all of the horrific stories that were told. And they were heartbreaking. Don't get me wrong. They were heartbreaking, but they were categorizing the entire industry from the lowest level Medicaid community up to the poshest community, was all lumped into one. And that really bothered me because there are some amazing people at all those levels, but particularly at the private pay level, organizations have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to protect their residents, to protect their staff. And unfortunately, I still see some of that negative public media exposure that lumps us all together.
Right. So, first of all, I love your energy because
Thanks.
this is the powered up conversations in senior living. So when I see and get to be around someone with so much energy and passion, it's invigorating. And I hope the people watching this feel that too, because we are both, so passionate about this area and the people who serve. So you saw some of that happening, and it led you to kind of create your own hashtag. Tell us a little bit about what's behind senior living life.
Sure. So I came to this idea through the course of some of my runs. Like, I do a lot of running. I think about a lot of things during those runs, and just trying to figure a way of what can we do, not just myself, but what can we do collectively as an industry to better promote the industry into two categories. And that is to the residents and potential residents, and just as importantly, the family members of potential residents, those that will be making those decisions. And then two, to potential and future staff, because there is a crisis in both of those. I mean, I know you know it all too well. The statistic they've talked about that for the next, 8 years until 2030, there will be 10,000 people reaching retirement age a day. And with all of that capacity coming into the industry, we still only serve roughly 10% of the potential residents. And I think part of that is the old school mentality of the nursing home structure, that this is a place we're going to go to die, not this is a place we're going to go live and thrive. So the idea behind the senior living life hashtag is to promote what these amazing communities are like, how beautiful that some of these are, the vibrant lives that people live, the care that they get that they wouldn't otherwise get or would become a burden to a family member. To promote that side of the business, to help with potential future residents, and hopefully shift that mindset from what people might perceive this industry to be, from what the media has portrayed, to what it really is. Yeah. And then secondly, because of the incredible hiring crisis that we have across all levels, not just community leadership, but just as bad, if not worse, at the care level, that we need to do a better job of promoting the amazing careers, the amazing jobs that people have in this industry, the reward that caregivers, dining professionals, concierge, the front desk have of being able to interact with these amazing people day in, day out. That's not in a transactional relationship like you might have at a restaurant or in a hotel, but the family that you create with the other team members and with the residents, that we have just such an incredible opportunity to promote this internally within those within senior living and help maybe one or two people that might become jaded a little bit over the last couple of years. But even more importantly, for those outside the industry, and help them see the amazing components, both for potential residents and for potential careers.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you really unpacked that perfectly. On the one side, I totally understand. I have an 89-year-old father who's trying to figure out that transition, and he has a little fear about making that move. And we're like, Dad, you're going to interact. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Just letting people like that see, no, you don't have to stop, living this great senior living life just because you're moving locations. And you hit a nail on the head with the retention and just promoting and elevating how important these roles are. So how would you like people to use the hashtag? When is it appropriate? What kind of, we'd like to get some momentum behind this hashtag.
Absolutely. And it's interesting that you have that issue with your grandfather. You're in the industry and it's challenging because you aren't the only voice in their head.
Right.
They see the reports on the news. And while for every one good story about senior living, unfortunately, there's 10 bad. So the grand hope to this, and mind you, I'm not looking to make it, there's no money to be made off this. This is about the industry and helping the industry as a whole. So this is not a money-making category for me, okay? But the way that
category, I love it. You can hear
that's right.
Yeah.
It's all passion. It's all passion. Long ago, I started recruiting in 1997, and I talk a little fast, as you figure out right now. So my entire belief has been I'm a transfer of enthusiasm. You'll pick up what I'm saying, at least half of it, but you'll get most of it just through the enthusiasm.
Love it. Love it. Yeah.
But how we can use this is in a couple of ways. One is from direct conversations. We talk to the people within our companies on a daily basis, but we talk to our family and friends way more than we do within our companies. So having simple conversations, the anecdotal stories of an amazing thing that happened today, that is one way. And that will be more of that grassroots approach. But the other way that gives us a tremendous opportunity and a multi-layered platform is social media. And there are some incredible people in our industry that utilize LinkedIn to the fullest. They build brand not only for themselves, but for their company. They promote the company and they just do amazing things with it. But honestly, they're preaching to the choir. Everyone who's seen it are those already in the industry.
Right.
So there are other platforms that by utilizing a hashtag like Senior Living Life, and if we get enough groundswell behind it through Instagram, through Facebook, and through TikTok, that utilize posting videos, those heartwarming stories, even literally just putting the camera to your face and talking about this heartwarming story or moment you had today, showing a family member being able to have that interaction with their family member because they're seeing their family member having an incredible moment in the community. Sharing those types of stories on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok with that hashtag, if we get enough of that going, then it can't help but be picked up by media.
Right.
And now more good stories will be told, less of the bad will be told. And all it takes is one little video, one little post that takes you 3 to 5 minutes to do. You don't need a professional video crew to do this. You turn your camera to your face and you start talking.
Yeah. Or turn the camera on your residents.
Absolutely.
Say, look at how much fun they're having. Look at what senior living life can be.
That's right. That's right. And there are organizations that do a great job of professional videos. But those go onto their company web pages. Every now and then they go onto LinkedIn, but we don't see them cross over to the platforms that the rest of the population is looking at.
Right. Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love it, Chris. I'm so glad we took time to like kind of distill what senior living life can look like
Yeah.
and how it can begin to promote all the positive aspects of the industry. So if people want to connect with you or learn more or tag you,
Sure.
where do you hang out the most? How can they do that and find you?
I do most of my stuff professionally I'm being a little hypocritical here, on LinkedIn, but I've really worked to try to expand beyond that on Instagram and on Facebook professionally. So you can find me on LinkedIn as Chris Hines, and it's Heinz, like the ketchup. My
As a
firm is,
Pittsburgh girl, I
hey,
totally
there
get
you go. I have a field named after me. It's pretty cool. So you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Recruiter57 is my moniker on both of those.
Okay, great. And in the show notes, I will also link up your webpage so people can find you there as well.
Great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kathy.
All right. Well, thanks for being such a great powered up guest. I really appreciate it. And so happy to have you here with us. So thank you, Chris.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too.